Uh, okay. Uh, no one's probably here at this point, but we're back, and if they find us again, then they can find us again.
Yeah.
Um, we are back. I don't know what happened there, but hello. Uh, yeah, we might have to do some things to get them to splice together or something like that. I I'm not so um
Adapt.
veteran at streaming that I know what's going to happen, but we'll figure something out. Anyway, I'm gonna add Call of the Gatewatch to the list. Look at that, it's Call of the Gatewatch. Yay!
I mean, while we're waiting for a lot of other people, we could just go through the lands.
We
Give,
could do that.
give everybody a second to catch up.
Yeah. We're gonna add all the fetches. Uh, and with teeth.
Moxfield needs that button. Add all fetches and shocks that are in
You
my colors.
can do it. You can add packages. Like you can click lands fetch
Oh,
here
hell.
if you have packages.
Sweet.
But you can't do it if you are modifying someone else's deck,
Oh, okay.
like what we're doing. On my own decks, that's what I do.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's neat.
If you have to select, you have to choose which packages you want to add, but because you can browse packages and pick packages that you want, and it will
Yeah,
fill those in.
I'd rather just add all 10 fetches than be to delete the ones that I don't need. Like,
Yeah.
that sounds easier than trying to remember the names of all of them.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that too. Those are probably reasonable.
Oh, yeah, it makes everything a dork.
Yeah. Right. I don't know if we're gonna get Cryptolith right in here necessarily, but Enduring Vitality for sure.
Yeah, because
The issue with Cryptolith is that it doesn't do anything by itself, but it
Right.
is pretty strong. So we might. More fetches. Misty. Uh, Bloodstained.
Scalding.
Verdant Catacombs. Marsh Flats. Uh, Arid. Mesa. Maybe Prismatic Vista. Do you want Prismatic Vista?
Uh, eh.
Okay.
When we only playing a handful of basics, not many of each, so like,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're missing one. Which one is it? Flooded Strand. Flooded Strand. We want Stomping Ground and Garden. Foundry. Yeah. Do you want to add Surveillance or no? What do you think?
yeah, I think we should add surveillance. I think we need more, especially at least the two forest ones for sure. I think we need the forest types. What colors are we? Oh, it's right. You have yours inverted. We are primarily green, so like,
I
yeah,
kind of figured that would happen, yeah.
yeah. I would just do the two forest ones.
Sure. Two M's. Commercial District.
Put them in the right spot. You put an E between the two M's.
I spell it however I want to.
That's not gonna give it to them.
Uh, the lushest of porticos.
I don't know their names yet. I don't add them enough.
Yeah, I have been because I've been putting them in every deck or something.
Do we want the Triumph? I'm a big fan of Triumphs.
Yeah, why not?
It is at least one more forest.
Jennifer's Garden.
Late game, we can cycle it.
Yeah. Samut is a human warrior cleric. Cleric. Okay. Interesting. Nothing really for that. We could play Cavern of Souls. I think that's probably worth doing. Ah, God, if only I could type. Cavern of Soul. Um. Yeah, probably the Battlebound lands, even though they don't have basic land types, are probably
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we need to focus on colors too in general.
Yeah. Um. What are their
Why am I
names?
blinking all of a sudden? Yeah.
Yeah, they never had any names. Spectator, Seeding, and
Spire Garden.
Spire Garden and Bountiful Promenade.
Yeah, there we go. We just had to wait to get the juices flowing.
Yeah. I haven't had to put those in a long time because you can
Yeah.
lands crowd and it just puts them in there. But which one did I put in? Did I put in Spire Garden or Bountiful?
You put in Spire, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I see Spire on there.
Bountiful Promenade. Neato. Whoa. Anything else? Any other cool tech lands? I don't think we really want like shifting woodlands, but Arena of Glory could be okay.
Yeah. On the Shifting Woodlands note, though, like, if we're not going to play Shifting Woodlands, maybe we should play some Recursion since we're in green.
Yeah, Eternal Witness is a card that I would play. We probably want Green Sun Zenith as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think my internet cut out in some way. Couldn't tell you what it was. Greens.
Our personalities are just so electrifying, it took the signal out.
Yeah. They were like, this stream is too hot. We gotta put it down for a second.
Yeah, we hit double-digit viewers, and the thing just broke. Couldn't handle it.
Yeah. That's too many digits. No one's ever had that many digits. No, we don't have enough artifacts for Inventor's Fair. We've got 3.
Yeah,
It would be a way to find Cloudstone.
Nox Survival is not a bad card. I just don't know, because we'd want it more to our hand. If I was going to do that, I'd do more regrowth. Because if we're doing it, we want to do it then, there, and that. I do enjoy Noxious Revival in a lot of decks, but
Yeah, it does double as Grave Hate, which is neat.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we want Goblin Engineer either, because it does find it, but then we would have nothing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
We could play Artifact lands to up our artifact count, but that's like maybe a little deep.
We could play Doc. Oh.
We could play Gamble.
Could play Gamble.
I don't really like Gamble, but since we are trying to find very specifically one card.
Yeah, I don't know if we need Worldly Tutor since we have a couple other green tutors for creatures.
I mean, tutors are pretty
Yeah,
cool.
tutors are pretty good. There's a lot of good a lot of good creatures. I mean, finding Odric is, or the Sunmare. Yeah, I guess Worldly Tutor does what we want it to do.
Yeah, I don't know that it goes deep as Sylvan Tutor, but
No,
Worldly Tutor is
no.
probably fine. Reckless Handling is a card that we could play. It searches for very specifically Cloudstone Curio.
It does.
Jaya's Phoenix. Combat damage to a thing. Copy the next loyalty ability.
Whenever you cast a Planeswalker spell, you may return it from the graveyard. Yeah, that's It's all right, but it's not doing what we're already going to be going with a loop of activating planeswalker abilities. We're not just trying to do the one shot for turn
I
things.
mean, it is a nice little value engine, but I don't think we really need it. Like, if we have a Planeswalker in play, it's probably doing enough, and if we don't, then it's just kind of a large thing. If we were doing more discard stuff so that we could get it back for free, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
Or if one of our planeswalkers needed like a sack outlet creature, to do
yeah,
its thing, because that'd be funny.
yeah, but just like value, I've played this 5-drop. If it dies, then I can get it back. Do we want Ramanop Excavator? Get our fetches back?
Yeah, I mean, in the worst case, it's not bad. It just adds to our creature count too for things.
Yeah, that's maybe on the maybe pile, but since we have a Green Sun Zenith and stuff, that seems reasonable. Do we want Invasion of Ikoria? Because it doesn't get Odric specifically.
Isn't the backside though?
A Dinosaur.
Okay, it's not the one that taps for mana. I know one of the ones is mana dark on the back. I don't know. I feel like we've got quite a decent amount of tutors for creatures as well as just like card draw.
Sure. Balagood Recovery's fine. We could play that.
Yeah. It's also a land.
Yeah. Speaking of lands that are
Yeah.
also things,
Yep.
is MDFC P land.
Those are really
Let's
good.
get some of these. This one seems good. Some of our
Yeah.
creatures are big sometimes. This one seems good.
Yep.
This one is actually probably reasonable. We could use some 4/4s, and when it costs 3 mana,
Yeah.
that seems neat.
Just randomly good. Yeah.
Kabira Takedown's a maybe. We don't want too many. It comes into play tap lands, and we've got 4, including Balagood
Right.
Recovery.
Might come into play tapped lands either need to be really good on the other side or need to be forests.
Yeah, Grass Ambush is good. Pinnacle Monk. Stagger Skull Smashing. There's the next spell.
Yeah, more X spells.
Sundering Eruption, then they can't block, and that's really funny.
Tangle is a dork otherwise, but also
That's good. I don't think we need that one. Witch Enchanter.
yeah.
You will notice, if you watch my videos recently, I spend a lot of time losing life to my own effects and then dying immediately. So don't take this as necessarily gospel. Planar Bridge.
Does tutor.
It costs... The big problem with this, like, yeah, you can play it for 2 mana if you have maximum speed and whatever, but you still have to spend 8 to go get stuff. It does get the thing we want. Dryad Arbor... probably... I have a tendency to draw that card when I don't want it,
Yeah.
but it's probably still worth putting in because we're playing Green Sun Zenith.
I've been cutting it more and more for my decks lately, I've noticed.
Yeah, well, at least put it in for now.
Let's add some basics. We're at 98 cards.
Basics or whatever. Yeah, we should probably add some basics. I would like 4 forests in the deck,
Yes.
and then like 1 of each of the others. And that puts us at 40 lands, counting MDFCs. So maybe we cut some of those MDFCs. Well, let's do math, okay? We're trying to get to... let's try to cast Samut on turn 4. Mana ramp that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not gonna count that one. 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Still.
15 pieces of ramp. Okay. So we would like to draw.
Count Klyptothrite within the deck because we have a big amount of other creatures. I'd count it as a half.
Yeah, okay. I'll count that.
Okay.
So we have 61. We want to draw. No. Why did I say 61? 16. We want to draw 2 of them in the first 4 turns, which means 8 cards is turn 1, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11. 11 cards. Turn 4, you have 11 cards. Yes. 50% of the time, we will get 2 pieces of ramp within the first 4 turns. 1 piece almost 90% of the time. So we're usually going to have at least 1 piece of ramp. Some of them ramp for 2, so maybe that's like sufficient. Sometimes we get Samut on turn 5. But that means that in the first 4 turns, we also need to hit all of our land drops. Means we want 4 lands out of, with the 40 lands that we currently have in the deck, 72% chance to do that. Yeah.
Where'd you get 40 from? Did you add our mana dorks plus our lands?
No. It's MDFCs plus
Okay.
lands.
Okay, so you weren't doing mana dorks included in there?
Nope, Mana and Dork's not included in there. So right now, we have about a 70% chance of doing the thing.
Because between lands and mana dorks, we're at 56.
Planar Portal is like Planar Bridge, but it only costs 2 less to activate, and it doesn't put it into play. It's probably not worth... I think that's the one we're talking about, right? Yeah. Yeah, this isn't 2012. I think we can probably do better, but it is. Oh, Enlightened Tutor.
Yeah. The one thing that actually does tutor up the.
What do you mean the one thing? We got Reckless Handling. Okay, so we got 5 cuts, maybe a land if we are feeling ballsy, because if we go down to 39, it's about a 70% chance, 38, 67%.
Yeah, we start dropping hard after that.
Yeah. I mean, it's about a 2% chance each time, basically, but 2.5. Yeah, we could maybe cut one of the lands, probably one of the MDFCs, because we want to have forests, or we could cut Dried Arbor. Dried Arbor.
Yeah. It is also a forest, though. And we can tutor up with creature things.
Yeah.
It's kind of rough. It's kind of rough either way. I don't really care for it either, to be honest. Because also if we play it that turn, we can't tap it that turn unless we have Aetherdrift out. So it's kind of not.
Or Amicate Raceway.
Yeah. But I still think we'd cut it. I just don't think it's. It is a forest, but at the same time, just.
Yeah, I keep playing like Finale for 2 as a ramp spell, and that's just not good.
Do we have life gain?
When we kill ourselelves. No, we're just gonna kill ourselves.
Yeah,
fine, don't
we're
worry
fine with
about
that.
it.
If you watch the videos, a lot of us win when we're at 5 or less life. Matt's really good at it, and I've done it quite a bit myself.
I don't know about really good, but okay, cards that we can cut. Lightning Bolt should probably be a Braid instead because we need more. We don't really have very many ways to get rid of
Artifacts
artifacts
or
and enchantments.
I personally, also this would answer his other thing. I love Heliod's Intervention, personally, and it's an X spell that would cost 4 less.
Okay.
Also, it is random life gain, so
Yeah, it's also a double white card, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I suppose it's fine. Um. Hmm. Nature's Claim. Reclamation Sage. Did I put Reclamation Sage
Did
in
not.
here? I swear I put. I swear I put the C in there. I promise.
I mean, we could play the white Reclamation Sage. Or we have witches already too, so
Yeah, we have Witch Enchanter for that.
so that's 3 artifact enchantment removals. One of them's like a mass almost.
Yeah, we could play Nature's Claim. Nature's Claim is life gain
What's the
for your opponent.
artifact mutation? I don't think it's artifacts, but artifact mutation also gives you tokens
Yes.
to get towards our max speed.
Sure.
Does only get one though. I don't think it's artifacts. It's
Yeah,
artifacts,
I don't think it's artifacts. One Gatekeeper's in here already. It's under the M.
Yeah, it's part of our pings.
Um. Do we have enough ways to actually get rid of creatures? We have a Braid, Razorgrass Ambush, Source of Plowshares, Shatter Skull Smashing.
I mean,
Battle.
that doesn't really do what we want to do, because like pingers technically give us max speed, but also could help deal with 1/1s. But like that's not really helpful, is it?
Probably not. No, probably not most of the time.
What do we do with opponent's creatures besides braid?
Winds of Abandon.
Yeah.
Do we want to play Winds of Abandon? I guess we don't really have any other board wipes because we don't really want to play any other board wipes.
Unless we specifically want to play Austere Command.
I don't want to play Get Lost as well. I don't know. The problem with the Steer command is that if you name creatures on any point, you're going to kill some of your creatures, probably.
I mean, if you do 3 and above 3.
Yeah, we don't have a commander that costs that.
Yeah,
Fine.
but like if you're board wiping before your commander's out, like most of the time,
Or
or
it costs 6.
you get to keep all your dorks because they cost less.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's worth considering. All right. Let's cut some cards. We're at 108, which is 8 more than we need. Let's group by mana value and look at all the expensive cards. 7. We're not cutting any of those. 2 of them are lands anyway.
Yeah, we're not paying that.
6. We're not cutting any of those. One of them's a land anyway. 5s. Those are probably all fine. One of them's a land anyway. 4s.
Is Pinnacle Monk like? I know it's a creature on its other
It's a
side.
land. It's a land, and you can use it to get back your Shamanic Revelation.
I guess, yeah.
Twos and ones. We have a lot of ones. That's neat. I like that kind of a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we're probably good on, because we didn't even count him towards our ramp package, but that's also max speed. You have to get up there, so like.
Yeah. We are, yeah, it's going to be a little bit hard to get to max speed before we get our commander out, but
Yeah, we might only be at 2 or 3.
yeah.
Choose a number than everybody else. No, because you also have to sack, I believe, when you choose the number. So everybody sacks when you choose the number. I'm
Yeah,
thinking of
by
the right one.
invitation only.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you could play something that deals X damage to each creature, but that is also bad for you. There's things like Flame Wave you could play, but that's like 1,000,000 mana, and at that point, We have Winds of Abandon for that. Maybe we don't need Cryptolith, right? It's just our worst dork.
Yeah, most of our things do just kind of already tap for mana. I like the idea of it, but yeah, they just all pretty much do the thing anyways, or they'll be attacking.
Yeah. I really want to cut these things, but starting your engines is like pretty good.
I know it's like the whole point of the deck, right? Like we're just like need the engine started, but also late game they're kind of shit.
Not that good at the start either. This one's fine late game, but
Yeah.
these are really not. But we do need to start our engines, so I think we have to keep them.
Yeah, 'cause we didn't even get to like, not including our commander, we didn't even get the 10 start your engine things. So like,
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, not 6. 6, 7. Currently. We could play like crop rotation. That gets these if we need them, or it gets Yavimaya.
yeah, Yavimaya is pretty good, or those, yeah, just because it's another.
Yeah. Crop rotation's like a little weak sauce, though. Speaking of that, I think we can probably cut Ramanath Excavator. It's not actually doing anything for us.
We're not playing extra land drops a turn either.
Yeah. It's neat, but
I mean, if we had a crop rotation, we might as well add Cradle, but
yeah, if we were playing Gaia's Cradle, that
Yeah.
would be pretty good, but
it's not just a card that we're not in our thing
yeah,
restrictions.
just a little bit over budget.
Just a little.
Maybe we don't need Selfless Spirit.
It is just a one-time protector.
Yeah.
It is flying 2/1 though, that just does.
It does
Back
have
feed.
flying. Okay, that's fair. Flying is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get our commander down that early.
Yeah.
Based on the calculations we did, like, I would expect maybe half of the time you would get Samut down by turn 4. Earlier than that's going to be a little rough, but it's definitely possible. That's why we don't need like a million of these in here. It's the ones that do stuff and point the way.
Yeah, if anything, I'd cut the mono, the one red one, the burnout. One drop.
I like the burnout. Burnout's just like a good card. Oh, that burnout. Yeah, it has menace though.
Does. It really gets the
Yeah, and it being a 1-drop is neat.
you could literally end your first or your second turn with behind 2. Then possibly go up to 3 and 4 like almost immediately the next turns, as long as people aren't playing multiple creatures.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Shocker's unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean I like it for the thing, but yeah, otherwise it doesn't. I mean, it does let us. Our commander didn't tap for mana, but that's also once our commander's out, we don't need to worry about tapping for mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's funny and I like it.
Yeah.
Quite,
I do think we keep this though.
it is a pet card of Corbin's.
Yeah, that is true. Oh yeah, Reckless Handling also pings your opponents. Got him.
Simeon, Spirit Guide, and Lotus Petal. Lotus Petal, we're not looking to just one time. We already have plenty of mana dorks.
Yeah, we got a bunch of mana dorks, and if you're playing Lotus Petal on turn 4 to get out your 6-drop commander.
The green one is Elbow Spirit Guide, but also again, we're not looking for one time.
Yeah, because the thing with playing this many mana dorks, the reason why we're able to play like all of the mana dorks is that once they are in play and we get our commander out, they just like get swole.
Yeah.
Which means that it's not that big of a cost to put them in our deck. Because otherwise, if you just ramp out into your 6-drop and then your 6-drop doesn't draw you any cards and you sit there and do nothing.
Plus one time mana things like that. A lot of people did it with Jewel Lotus too when that was legal. They would just get their commander out, and then they just get it removed, and then sit there sad because they're never getting back up to. Now they need to get to 5 mana more because they lost 3 of the mana and it went up by 2. So like,
Yeah, I want to cut Gamble because I hate that card, but I also don't want to because we only have like
so many
so
tutors.
many ways to get to the thing.
Getting harder and harder.
Yeah, that is the problem, isn't it? Hello. We can't really cut any more lands. I mean, we could, but we shouldn't cut any more
What
lands.
if I take it?
But what if I just took out 5 lands?
Yeah.
Then I could fit in this really cool card.
Add in this one ring that we can cast for free.
Yeah. Free 1 rings are pretty hot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chandra also ups your speed if you have speed. And she ramps into
She
Samut
does.
the next turn.
She does. It is actually, yeah.
That's another good reason to have her.
Okay,
here.
I guess let's go down to the question. Do we need 9 planeswalkers? We do have 3 tutors for planeswalkers, not including Gamble.
Probably not. I'm gonna cut the Call the Gate Watch. The thing that kicked us offline earlier. It can go into timeout. Do we cut Grand Abolisher? That seems questionable.
Yeah, the double weight on a creature to do it early is questionable. Yeah.
And we have a bunch of other ways to protect our stuff. We can't protect the Cloudstone, but we don't just like lose if they remove the Cloudstone, I guess. Maybe though, I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, but then I can't recast Samut if I get it out that early and it dies. The point of the deck, starting the engine doesn't matter if I can't get Samut back out.
And you're down a card.
Yeah.
Which is the big thing. Like, when you're playing all those fast mana things, you're playing Lotus Petals, you're playing Spirit Guides, ideally you're ramping out something that will get you your cards back, like the One Ring or a
Rhystic
Pivot
Study.
or a Rhystic Study or whatever. If you are not getting those cards back, then you're just down cards.
Or ways to like take advantage of reoccurring them too.
Yeah,
Like
because let's say you Spirit Guide, Petal out Samut on turn 3. Or turn 2 even, off of a mana dork. Then what are you doing? You just have like a 4/5.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets bigger and
the engine started, but
it doesn't get bigger.
No, yeah, it gets other creatures bigger.
It makes other creatures bigger, but you're out of cards in hand.
Yeah. We need a draw, and most of our draw involves the library.
Yeah, I always forget that one.
Yeah. Most of our draw is creature based. So like not having anything else out is kind of like
Yeah.
pulling our whole load for just our commander. That's something, yeah, you do with more CDH or like Tivit, for example. Like you said earlier, Tivit's one of those things that like you blow it out, it's got ward. If you do that early, it's hard to get rid of round and ward, plus it has card advantage. Tulane, you blow it early because it's got card advantage. Stuff like that. You need to be able to make up for it.
We're putting the ring in this deck. If we had room, if we were trying to build this deck to the best of its ability, and like just win the most games possible, it would probably not look like this, and we'd probably have the ring in it. But
Yeah, we'd probably be cutting the whole Planeswalker package.
yeah.
But we
It's
like
not
some
what we're
jank. If
here for.
you want to see it built the normal way, you can just do that.
Yeah. Cut
Yeah,
War Leader's Call.
4 ping effects.
We do want a lot of those ping effects, but
I mean, we also have the flyer. We have, I mean,
this thing.
until we have our commander out,
we have
technically,
Chandra.
Mother of Runes does let something get through if it has protection from the color that they can
That's
block with.
true.
Like,
So does Skrell and
Yeah.
stuff.
so they have other like
Other ways to get there.
Yeah.
The fact that it isn't a creature means that you're not contributing to
The game plan.
yeah, it doesn't get pumped. I mean, it pumps everything else, but it doesn't get pumped with this. It doesn't help you with your camaraderies and stuff. Camaraderie with an A, as it turns out. Maybe we have too much removal. I don't want to say those words, but we barely have any removal. It's probably fine. We're probably fine.
Do we cut a questionable dork? Do we have a questionable dork?
All our dorks are great. They're like my children. I don't think we can cut any dorks now. Like Zertod Druid is the most questionable one, but it does the thing that we need it to do.
Uh,
I guess this one's the most questionable one, but it starts the engines, and that's something that we care about.
I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound questionable coming out of my mouth.
Uh-oh.
What are we using the colorless from Soul Ring to cast?
Our commander.
I guess.
Some of these dorks maybe sometimes. We could cut Soul Ring. I don't think it's necessarily wrong, but I don't think it's necessarily right either.
I mean, but if we cut Soul Ring at that point, then I would want to add Collector Roof because now we don't have any artifacts that tap.
I mean, I do like me a good collector roof. The more competitive version of this deck, I think, does run Collector Roof and Null Rod and Stony Silence, and then says, "Good luck, everyone."
Yep.
I kind of don't want to do that.
It's Dollmaker's Shop.
Dollmaker's Shop.
If Matt can spell.
I can spell, I just can't type sometimes.
If you hover over it, you should
Whenever
rotate.
do we? Probably.
Okay.
We'll attack the player, make a 1/1. Yeah, if you were going to do the more aggressive version of this deck, this would be an excellent card for it.
Yes. Yeah, because you play the first side and then switch it, unlock the other side, and
Yeah, it would be pretty good if you're trying to do like Jetmir things with Samut. It would be pretty neat. Maybe Elysian Carry is questionable.
if you're not trying to get jumped at your LGS, you're playing wrong. Always play like you're the arch enemy.
Maybe it's Elysian Carry.
What do we have for? I mean, besides our commander, what do we have for power 4 or greater? Nope, because even the green white bloom tender doesn't get there because it's only 3 colors.
The Nissa land creatures from this Nissa.
Yeah, maybe it only really works with our commander.
Pinnacle Monk, if you cast 2
Just,
additional spells this turn.
Just one.
This thing.
Don't you just need one?
No, it's a 2/2.
Do two.
These sometimes. Yeah, I think it's probably not necessary. It's cool.
I was trying to get the white, but
yeah, I think the Enduring Vitality is going to go a long way for that.
yeah.
And since we've got green Zenith and stuff to search it out. 102. We need 2 cuts. How do I cut these cards? They're all so magnificent.
Retired from that life? Nah, you never retire from that life. You either live that life or you're dead. Let them keep jumping you. Makes you better. That's how I got better. I met Matt and Corbin and just kept getting beat up.
That was very fun, yes. I enjoyed that.
And some questionable cards. Persecute. Persecute is the card that's questionable in Commander, but will always make Matt go, why?
I was playing mono black and he hit me with a Persecute on black and I was very sad.
Within my first year of Magic too, so I was just very like, this card seems good. No, it's really not, but it just happened to be in that one scenario.
If it hit every opponent and everyone was playing the same color, it would be an amazing card, but it's not. It's 4 mana to make one person who happens to playing monocolor very sad.
Grand Abolisher, we didn't cook Grand Abolisher yet.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to avoid that, but it's probably fine. Like, so when we're making these cuts and things, and obviously if you were to want to build this deck and try to do the thing, you're obviously welcome to do whatever changes you want to it. And this is maybe taking a optimistic look at the rest of the table and being like, yeah, they're not gonna stop us that hard, or if they do, we can play around it and whatever. But if you have a highly interactive meta, then I would probably play that.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of cuts are meta based.
Yeah.
We're not
Red
looking.
Blast and Pyroblast would be good. Tybalt's Trickery is a card that I would probably play if I was building this deck for the channel or something. I don't want to play it right now though because I want to play all these bad cards instead.
Yeah, the sad part now is I am the Matt and Corbin helping other people try to get better, and I feel their pain now. Some people make questionable choices, and I understand why they used to yell at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the red late game doesn't really do anything for us, just to start the engines. But it is a creature. It just becomes a 7/1 randomly
It does become a 7/1 randomly, yes.
for 2 mana. But yeah,
Just because we don't have really anything else that I want to cut,
yeah.
I'm going to move it to timeout.
We're at 100.
It's probably better than this card, but this card is a 1-drop, so.
Yeah.
We are at 100. Okay, let's try to run through a few hands and see if the deck even works. This hand starts our engines on turn 3. So if we go to turn 4, well, if you just draw the post, then that's pretty good. We don't have any planeswalkers. though.
Our first draw though was just that 1 mana menace.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's like this is like the most
So,
optimal start we could ask
do
for.
that. We fetch green. We play Zerta. We do this. I guess we've already started our engines.
We have.
I'm going to use these for engines. We start with 1. Turn 2, we do that. Turn 3, we can just tap this for mana to do it again. Play Hazard, I guess.
Just to get our creatures out.
Yeah. Turn 4, we do not have enough mana for Samut, and there are no planeswalkers in sight. But
We have 3 creatures and
we have 3 creatures. Turn 5, there's Gideon. Gideon does ramp our commander out on the next turn.
as long as nobody punches it.
It comes with 5 loyalty. What are they going to do?
Right.
It goes up to 7 right away. What are they going to do? Okay. So if we play this on turn 5, and then turn 6, we have successfully ramped into our commander. See, this is why you play 40 lands.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got 39. We still didn't get there.
But I mean that Flooded Strand 4th land 2 probably could have been a Surveil. We didn't have anything to really do that turn.
Yeah, that's true.
So that would have dug us 1 deeper too, so that would have helped.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that could have turned out differently. But yeah, that wasn't like the horriblest start.
Turn 7, we can draw 4 cards off of our camaraderie. Yeah, that wasn't like the most ideal start, but it was
Pretty deal.
fine. What's this?
Blue Tender and a Sylvan Library off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to turn 4. Do this. Fetch for a white. Play this. Turn 2, we Tendon. Turn 3, Sylvan Library plus Finhorn Elves. And then turn 4, we would extra 2 additional cards.
You just drew 1 additional card to get 1 more.
Huh?
Click twice.
Yeah, I already drew the 1 for turn.
Oh, you drew the 1 for turn.
Yeah. We play this as a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's our commander, the Samuts. We finally started our engines. Next turn, we draw land, and possibly these as well. Probably put this one back because we don't need it. That's the way. It's a different land that I'm not going to look up. We have Anissa and like possibly 3 forests. Untap those forests. Ignite a beacon.
I don't have the Cloudstone.
We don't have the Cloudstone yet.
I mean, we do have a Stone Library to dig deep each turn. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
and we've got beats.
Plus
I
the
think like a 4/4
plus
instead.
the beacon can grab us. One of the planeswalkers can be one of them that has like draw abilities and stuff.
Yeah, and damage and stuff.
Yeah. So like, yeah, Chandra just to get that to the rest of the way, to speed the rest of the way. If we had to.
This is not enough lands, and none of them produce green.
No.
This is a very medium-looking hand. We don't have any mana dorks. We don't do anything until...
Yeah.
Well, we can abrade on 2, but like...
The only thing we had going for us was a surveil in turn 1.
We have 21 drops. Where are they? There's one. No
no
lands.
lands.
Well, we got one land, but
Not
it
the
doesn't
right
make
color.
green. I gotta stop doing these fishing sessions because all it does is make me depressed. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you would have had, I mean, every one drop was a land there.
Do that. Do this. Do... Well, actually, that would have been the turn after. I guess we probably would have played this, and then this, and then this. Get out this.
I guess that Disciples also land. I forgot all those were lands. We actually cut it quite
Yeah.
a bit of lands.
We do have a lot of lands. That's on purpose. Where are all of our dorks? What happened to the 15 dorks? Or 14? Well, I guess we cut a few. It's a dork. It starts our engines. We can Grelv. I suppose I should play lands as well. And then turn 4, we can gamble. Go find Cloudstone Curio. Become very sad very quickly. Roll a 3, never mind. Actually, I probably would have... no, you don't Chandra first, because then you might...
Lose Chandra.
Yeah. You play Eternal Witness, though, and get one of these fetch lands back.
Yeah, I play land for turn.
Play land for turn.
Yeah, the deck isn't like...
It's not blazing fast, that's for sure.
No, yeah, you're definitely gonna not do the thing until 6.
Could you get some out? Oh, I guess not if we play that. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another one of these.
Yeah.
6, we play this. We exile a card. It's a Bloom Tender. We cast that.
Yeah, I mean, I like the deck in general still. I think it's one of the reasons why I don't really particularly like gold fishing, 'cause it's not the same as playing.
It's not the same as playing. Like, interaction doesn't really do anything when you're gold fishing, and you don't really know how the game's going to play out. I just like to do it to see if, like, if everything goes well, are you actually doing the thing? And the answer is maybe.
Bettering our engines, doing a damage. We go to 2 right away. That's not horrible. Play Bloom Tender. Then I go
You play this, and then you
make 2/2.
plus it, and then you play Bloom Tender.
That's fair. Depending on what they have out.
Yeah.
Because
Technically, at this point, like, if we gamble and hit Cloudstone, then we can Samut. We've got a way to get up our speed. We've got a way to get creatures. We got 3 walkers to bounce. Aetherdrift if we need it. This actually kind of worked out.
Yeah, that one was actually a really good hand. Turn 4, you basically, yeah. For turn 5.
Yeah.
No, we didn't start speed till no turn 5 because we started speed on turn 3, but we got it up to 2 right away on that same turn. Because you can get it up to 2 on the same turn as long as you avoid a.
This handling. This is just Cloudstone now, so I don't have to go look for it.
It's just class.
I was excited. Die, you rolled a 1. Goodbye, Jetmir's Gardens. This. Bailey's. That's probably good. Four. Surveils. Fine. 5. Assuming we got a forest with this. Get back to 3 mana off of this and then cast the Cloudstone, I guess. Is that even good? Do you want to do that? Good question. Maybe just make a 4/4.
We didn't start our engines, so.
Yeah.
I think you used to make a 4/4 for blockers. That way we can, well, then have a creature 2 to help with trying to get through for engine.
We can get lost. What with all of our dorks? What is with this? I don't know, man. Variance is not on my side today. It's possible that we need more of whatever the various effects are that we have, but like that should be enough dorks.
It really is.
The
only deck I think I've played more dorks in is Tulane.
Yeah.
And Volo.
And that's not even like counting Finale of Devastation and Green Sun Zenith that go find additional dorks.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah. Like with every deck that we make on the channel, and also the decks that we don't, I suppose. If this is a deck that you want to continue to play or check out or whatever, play with it, tune it, figure it out. What works, what doesn't, what do you need more of, what do you need less of. We can only really do so much of that just hanging out here.
Yeah, I would need to play it on paper.
Yeah. Yeah. I think overall this is a good starting point, though. If people are interested in doing the bouncy bounce with these random planeswalkers, especially with Gideon Marshall Paragon.
But there again, I mean, you take the, what, we're at 10 right now? Maybe 11, 12 with the Cloudstone Curio. Cards that are specific to our win con. If you really want, you just take those 10 out and 12 out and put in token makers if that's what you were trying to do, or if you want to go the more of the clouds or the Mystic Forge route. Like, we're only 10 cards off of the other deck. Like,
yeah, like a real deck.
The rest of it's the same as what you'd want to be mostly doing anyways. The ping effects, the dorks,
the ways to start your engines.
Yeah, like
definitely things that you'd want to do in a normal version.
Yeah, so not 9 planeswalkers. Maybe you don't need the Enlightened Tutor anymore.
You definitely don't need like the Ignite the Beacon.
Ignite the Beacon, yep. So yeah, you're looking at like 11, 12 cards that are specifically just towards this one thing. So you could switch off to whatever.
Well, you'd probably build the deck a bit different if you're doing that. You probably don't need as many of these kinds of things.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
More stacks creatures was the other way of thinking about building it.
Stacks is definitely a good way to get up to 6 mana. You play your Thalias and stuff. But again, at that point, you could be playing Jetmir, and Jetmir's 4 mana instead of 6.
That's why I was originally going to build this one instead of the red-blue guy that I put in the most recent video, but
it doesn't draw cards.
Yeah. Well, I know. A lot of my commanders draw cards. But also...
Commanders draw cards.
Yeah. But also, like, as I was building it, it just didn't spark joy. Like, yeah, again, if I wanted to build creature stacks, yeah, either Jetmir is better or just Tulane. Like, if I wanted to build creature stacks, like, that commander, the reducing by 4 for non-creature spells.
Yeah, that's the cool part.
Yeah, it only helps in creature decks if you're trying to do...
non-creature things.
Yeah. Specifically, the new take 2 extra combats becomes 2 red. Other overrun effects become 2.
Yeah, there are a few different things that you can do. Like, even in a normal creature deck, you can play Camaraderie and Collective Unconscious and things, and just, like, refuel for cheap. play more dorks out. But I don't know. I like what we did with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. I think. I don't know what we're gonna do with the two videos thing. Hopefully we can splice them together. For the archives or what have you.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a link thing at the end that connects them, but
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to play around with YouTube and figure it out. But that is all that we have for you today. Next week, something will happen. Probably I will be here, and maybe Brent, maybe Corbin, maybe someone else. Maybe I'll just talk to myself for 2 hours. I don't know. We'll see. Like, comment, subscribe. If you like what we're doing here, do that. Join the Patreon. You can talk to us on Discord then and stuff.
yeah, we do just love building random decks. So.
Yeah, it's fun. But that's gonna be it. We will see you next time, hopefully. Have fun. Good night.